Salt Lake County in the state of Utah is still in its process of changing all its traffic signals from hanging on the wire to the overhead metal girder. As you see right here, this is a picture of a traffic signal that still hangs on the wire. As you can see, it's awfully thin there. And this other picture is one that's off the overhead metal girder. Most of the ones in Utah are black, and it's actually kind of like a health and safety law because with the sunshine getting so bright, it's hard to tell that a traffic signal's really there unless it's a very dark color. Blue sometimes seems to look the best. Now the ones we probably know in Salt Lake County, Utah, they're still hanging on the wire. There's 37 of them so far. 600 north and 1200 west, 100 south and 1300 east, 100 south and 900 east, 200 south and 1300 east, 200 south and 900 east, 200 south and 900 west, 300 south and 1300 east, 300 south and 900 east, 400 south and 1300 east, 400 south and 900 west, 600 south and 900 east, 700 south and 500 east, 700 south and 200 east, 800 south and 500 east, 800 south and 200 east, 1300 south and West Temple Street, 1300 south and 700 west, California Avenue and Glendale Drive, 1700 south and 1100 east, 1700 south and 300 east, 1700 south and 700 west, 2100 south and 200 east, Haven Avenue and 300 west, 2700 south and Highland Drive, 2700 south and 900 east, 2700 south and 500 east, 2700 south and 300 east, 2700 south and Main Street, 2700 south and West Temple Street, 2700 south and 300 west, 6200 south and 2300 east, 6200 south and Holiday Boulevard, 4800 south and 300 west, Meadowmore Road and Highland Drive, Spring Lane and Highland Drive, 7800 south and Airport Way, and Draper Parkway and 900 east. And there's also one here in Spokane, Washington, at Mission Avenue and Park Street. And here is the visual aid of the two different types of traffic signals again. This is the one that's hanging on the wire, and this is the one that's hanging on the overhead metal girder. All the ones you've probably just read off of or heard, you will actually read them again to you so that you can see. And this time we'll do it with the visual aids of the pictures. This one is 600 north and 1200 west. This one is 100 south and 1300 east. This one is 100 south and 900 east. This one is 200 south and 1300 east. This one is 200 south and 900 east. This one is 200 south and 900 west. This one is 300 south and 1300 east. This one is 300 south and 900 east. This one is 400 south and 1300 east. This one is 400 south and 900 west. This one is 600 south and 900 east. This one is 700 south and 500 east. This one is 700 south and 200 east. This one is 800 south and 500 east. This one is 800 south and 200 east. This one is 1300 south and West Temple Street. This one is 1300 south and 700 west. This one is California Avenue and Glendale Drive. This one is 1700 South and 1100 East. This one is 1700 South and 300 East. This one is 1700 South and 700 West. This one is 2100 South and 200 East. This one is 300 West and Haven Avenue. This one is 2700 South and Highland Drive. This one is 2700 South and 900 East. This one is 2700 South and 500 East. This one is 2700 South and 300 East. This one is 2700 South and Main Street. This one is 2700 South and West Temple Street. This one is 2700 South and 300 West. This one is 6200 South and 2300 East. This one is 6200 South and Holiday Boulevard. This one is 4800 South and 300 West. This one is Highland Drive and Meadowmore Road. This one is Highland Drive and Spring Lane. This one is 7800 South and Airport Way. This one is Draper Parkway and 900 East. And finally, this one is Mission Avenue and Park Street here in Spokane, Washington. The email address that you've seen on each one of these is the address to send the picture to as soon as you take it and it is seen that the traffic signal has been changed from what you see there on the picture to the overhead metal girder. You use that email address to give the picture, and there we have it. And we have lists. Well, I have a list of the different kind in my database, and for every picture I receive of these new intersections, it comes off the list. And when this list is empty, that you see earlier, we'll start thinking about the places that need traffic signals the most, and we'll start looking at those. That might even speed up. And then, but one of the reasons why we're late getting this done is because there isn't any money to be able to finish the project. And so, what we need for you to do is, after you've looked at the one based on neurophysiology process and meeting, you may actually be able to help create our economy if you support it. But meanwhile, what we're going to do is, if you take a look at this list of the different types of things used for money right here, you can use these, and they could be worth anything our government says, and then they'll be happy to let us do that. We even have candle coloring charts to let us know how much is done. And one thing that's probably going to end up full is possibly Salt Lake County, and we're hoping that that candle is full and lit by 2020.